Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon for some, good evening for some viewers. It is 7, almost 20 a.m. here in Toronto, and we are off to a early morning car meet. Are we taking the Ford GT? Are we taking the Twin Turbo R8, the SVJ, not the Cullinan, the M3? We are taking the M3, but that's not what we are taking to the show. We are going to head over to my brother-in-law's house, and we're actually going to take his I have a habit of saying SVJ, but Murciélago Roadster. It's not an LP, it's a non-LP, but a beautiful spec, and probably one of my favorite cars till today. We're going to go by, we're going to grab it. It is a classic show today, so there will be some cool cars, different than the usual, some of the modern stuff that a lot of the times I talk about or show. And I want to take everyone along, show you guys this beautiful Mercy. Come along for a drive. It's still cold, as you can see. It's early morning, but we're first week of May. Look at this, still frosty. It's about 4 or 5 degrees. So we are gonna go and grab the Mercy, hit the road, join along. Beautiful morning. It is again frosty. And look at that. We are still 3.5 degrees Celsius. And it's crazy because we're already, again, first week of May. One day you're using AC, one day you're using heat. Early morning again, cold, we're gonna use heat. But probably one of the trickiest things is the weather to deal with in Canada because it's so unpredictable. And we have some days where we've had already 22 to 25 degrees of temperature, but now we have days where it's like 1-2 degrees. Where you're from, are you dealing with kind of the same bipolar in a sense weather or a big range in temperature? By May, usually around this time, first week, we do expect the weather to get a little bit better, though, so not hoping that this lasts for too long, the colder temps. But at the end of the day, we know where we live, we know what we deal with. I'm not really a super morning person, but the show that we're heading to right now usually is a bit of an earlier show in the morning. I still have the winters on the M3. Don't mind the grogginess, just getting up, no coffee yet. But in the meantime, while we drive down, what is your favorite or most kind of iconic, in a sense, Lamborghini era? Would it be the Aventador phase, the Mercies, Diablos, Countachs? What would be your pick if you had to pick one? As much as I love Aventadors and an owner of an SVJ, I am still a bigger fan of the Mercies, and I definitely want to own one day a Mercy SV. And I've seen, for anyone who's watching a lot of car content actively, the Supercar Ron person there in the US, he did a manual conversion on the SV. That is definitely something I would do, because the thing is with those manual conversions on cars, some cars it won't make sense because of the cost, but the difference between even just like an LP or a non-LP Mercy, you're more than double, sometimes triple the cost to buy a manual version. Actually in the LP you're about 4 times the cost to get into a manual LP. So if I did a manual conversion on a Mercy, I would definitely do it on maybe a non-LP, or if I'm fortunate enough to own an SV Mercy down the line, I think I would do that conversion, because the SV itself is a unicorn. But of course now when you get into a manual SV Mercy, those are your ultra unicorn. You're talking about maybe, a few maybe units you'll see online to next to pretty much nothing. It's a car that you can't really even put a price on, right? So I definitely think that, and when I mean fortunate, that's what I mean is being able to take a Mercy SV and doing a manual conversion, and honestly not really caring, in a sense, too much of kind of how that would really impact the overall value of the car, because I would keep it long term. That's something I think I'd keep for life. Now, would you do a manual conversion if you were buying a Mercy LP, non-LP, or an SV? And again, what is your pick in the era of these Lamborghinis? I'm definitely picking for Mercy, and that's why we're gonna go pick up this car today. And I'm gonna show you guys the car, and join along and enjoy this classic show that takes place pretty much every month from what I saw online. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe, comment, like, let me know what else of course you guys do like to see on my channel. I appreciate every single one of you, the way that you guys have been supporting me. So if you're watching this video and you're looking at getting into YouTube, or I this is very outside of my comfort zone, like I've talked about in some of the other videos, so I would say make sure you do it. And just it is, I have to appreciate everyone that does it a lot more today, because it's not an easy position to be in, because when you choose to be a little bit more kind of public with everything, you do have to deal with some negativity as well. And I kind of learned over time that I'm in this for the long run. So I chose to be public. I chose to do this and kind of put myself out there like this. And I'm here for the long run. So I'm gonna keep making content forever. And I hope I get better at it, and I hope you guys are enjoying it. So I want you to stick around, and just the same way you've been supporting, if you've been here since day one on this channel, or if you're new to this channel and you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. It means a lot to me, and I promise you the content will get better, and we have a lot in store. Why don't you just come along and enjoy the journey with me? That's pretty much it. And we all love cars, and it means a lot to us. Whether it's cars or just kind of seeing my kind of, I guess, life overall, but join along for the ride. And again, thank you everyone. All right, so we grabbed the Mercy, non-LP, but it's actually got carbon ceramics. Show you guys a quick walk around and then hit the road. This pretty much my identical spec. This is the ideal spec that I want, black on black, all the options, all the carbon trims, pretty much carbon everywhere. Very nice, well-maintained car, but this is iconic. Obviously, you got a lot more of the other variant models that are somewhat obviously more iconic than these, but I don't think Mercedes will ever get kind of Mercedes are timeless cars. They're never going to go out of fashion. All right, we're on the go. Roof down, a bit cold, the weather's getting a little bit better, but nothing beats roof down with the heat on, full blast, top down. It might be a little hard to hear me, but just to show everyone the beautiful spec of this car. It's got carbon everywhere, carbon on the outside, and I'm again a big fan of like the black on black, but you can tell how well built these cars are. Like, look at the interiors, just how nice the feel is of the dash. Very traditional with the steering wheel, old school, but these are very well built cars. They're simple, clean, perfect cars. Transmission of course on them is a little bit old school.
There's another one in 2 weeks ago.
Alright, so the show is taking place in this Yorkville parking garage. So we're up here in Yorkville, and there's a lot of cars along the street as well, down that way as well, and then we'll walk through the show as well. A lot of nice, really cool classic Porsches. These are so dope. These are beautiful. M4 versus M3 cab or M3 sedan. As an M3 owner, I'm actually very intrigued by this because I haven't seen so many M3s. Let's walk through. So we did already park the Mercy upstairs, and I actually didn't make a video going up, but we'll make a video now. Beautiful 812, not a common color that you usually see. Some dope LED action. These wagons are actually pretty dope too. Nice convertible classic. Beautiful color Diablo.
Yeah, that's good. You're the pro.
This thing is actually pretty cool, like the extended wheelbase. This is like kind of like a limo style one too. Driving back, something looks like some fire up there. it's time to switch back to the M3, park the Murci. As much as I didn't make as much videos of it driving, if you guys do like the Murci, let me know and we'll make some more videos. Alright, so back in the M3, and now after driving the Murci with the top down, this seems so kind of odd to say, but peaceful. You know, obviously with it being a sedan and not a convertible, and just overall with the Murcis, that are a lot more raw. And now the M3 just feels like super comfortable to drive, even being a manual, driving it in sport mode. But I hope everyone's enjoying. I am trying to work on doing more content when I actually go to the events. I know sometimes they may seem a little bit lacking, but I am working on it, I promise. And I hope, you know, everyone is enjoying the content. This is actually one of my most, like, I love this house. Beautiful house. Shout out to whoever built this, whoever owns this house. I'd say one of the most beautiful houses. But I am working on it. I hope otherwise everyone enjoyed the vlog. Thank you as always. I greatly appreciate the support. That clip of the fire, I don't know what it was. We were driving back and just seen on the highway, there's like fire coming from underneath the bridge. Bunch of fire trucks coming from all over. So whatever that situation was, I'm sure they have it under control anyways. But if, again, you have not subscribed, please do subscribe, comment, like, and just let me know what else you want to see, whether it's cars, discussion, but automotive related, anything to do with cars. Or should we talk more about cars? Do you guys want to see more vlogs of going to some of the car meets? Do you guys want to see more of, I guess, car reviews? What would you like for me to do on this channel that you guys would enjoy to watch? Let me know. And as always, thank you. I appreciate your support. And goodbye.